Kanye West has never liked limits. Not on fashion, not on fame, and definitely not on music. So one day, after meditating in total silence for 7 hours and reportedly speaking only to a plant named Steve, Kanye made a decision. I'm done with short songs. I'm making one track that lasts 12 hours. The room went silent. A producer asked if he meant a playlist. Kanye shook his head. One single track, no skips, no titles. Just one evolving sound, like life, but louder. That was the beginning of track one, the most ambitious musical experiment the world never officially heard. He locked himself in the studio for 6 straight days. No sleep, no phones, just loops, frequencies, and a single, never-ending timeline on the screen. Engineers took shifts. Meals were left outside the door. No one was allowed to press pause. He said the track had to breathe, and if they paused it, it would forget how to live. He started with a heartbeat, a real one, though. Rumor has it he used his own, recorded with the mic taped to his chest during a lucid dream. From there, the track moved slowly. Soft chords, like whispers, distant echoes, then layers of experimental sound, nature, distortion, gospel vocals stretched to infinity. And then came minute 87. That's when the track opened its eyes, according to Kanye. He shouted, "It's alive," and made everyone leave the room while he spoke to it. No one knows what was said. He returned wearing sunglasses and a poncho made of velvet curtains. He said, "The track has demands now." From that point on, track one became its own ecosystem. Kanye refused to name sections. He said listeners had to earn the shifts. There were no beats to dance to, no hooks, just transitions, some barely perceptible, others jarring. One section was described as the sound of time collapsing in slow motion. By hour 5, the track started whispering Kanye's own lyrics, backwards. No one admitted to doing it. One assistant quit on the spot. Another swore he heard his childhood ringtone buried under the bass. Kanye smiled and said, "That's how you know it's working." Then he made the team sign an agreement. No one may fast forward, ever. He said fast forwarding was disrespectful to the song's journey. People begged him to release it in parts. Spotify said it couldn't host a 12-hour file. Kanye replied with a hand-drawn sketch of a physical vinyl the size of a satellite dish. He planned to press only one and bury it in the desert. Because he said, real fans will dig. No digital drop, no teaser, just one copy, one song, 12 hours. And he was serious. He recorded over 400 hours of audio to create it, removed over 399, nothing repeated, nothing recycled. The first 3 hours were described as pure awakening. Hour 6 was reportedly so peaceful it put everyone in the studio to sleep. Hour 9, nothing but silence. And then one sudden flute solo that made a sound engineer cry. By the end, hour 12, the track faded into what Kanye called emotional dust. Not quite music, not quite memory, just presence. He stood in the center of the studio, barefoot, surrounded by tangled cords and glowing monitors, and whispered, "That's the real end, when it doesn't need to end." He released nothing, no album, no stream, just one photo on Instagram, a sand dune with a glowing dot. Caption, track 1 out there. And since then, the world has wondered, did he really bury the record? Is someone out there listening to it right now in full? One guy claimed he found it, but when asked what it sounded like, he just smiled and said, "It felt like floating." Kanye's never spoken about it again, but every now and then during interviews, you can see him tap a rhythm that no one else can hear. Slow, soft, familiar. And maybe, just maybe, he's still listening.